Hello? Hi there. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, it has been a while for those who don't keep up with Final Fantasy XIV news. Basically, a little thing called COVID-19 happened. And, you know how everything got either delayed or canceled? 14 got delayed. So, for those who are unaware or for those watching in the future, but enough of that. We are here, Independence, ready to start 5.3. The patch went live at what? I'm not sure. 5:30 a.m. EST. It's 8:26 a.m. And, I was actually awake at 5:30. And I'm so fucking nervous. I am so beyond nervous for what's about to happen in this patch, because this is the end of Shadowbringers. After this, everything leads up to the next expansion. So, the 0.3 patches. Oh, there's a message. Let's see if the friend is off today. Yep, my friend got off today, so hopefully we'll be able to do near later, but now is all about... It's... Oh god, this is everything. But yeah, I woke up at 5:30, I had the patch downloaded, and I could have started then. But I was such a nervous wreck, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I put it off. I waited for everyone else in the house to wake up. I ate some breakfast. I took a shower, and I think that helped a lot. Just like clear my head and everything. And now I've got some drinks with me, I've got my phone ready to go. I checked the audio and everything, and everything seems good. Oh boy. I think we've delayed long enough. In the name of light. The manager of the suites is looking a little anxious, aren't we all? Let's go. Ah, Master Morn, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care if so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after himself. Old habits, you understand. Ah, Allah, how very opportune. Hey, you. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? What's up? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tales set the record straight. Finally, people see them as the great heroes they were. Oh, the great hero he is in the case of Arbert. Oddbit, I should say. You two were surprised to see him, I think. He didn't do the fist bump, that means he's bad. At the time, I was not certain what to make of all of it. But I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky and, well, you know the rest. I should take the blindfold off. We'll get enough blindfold action during the near raid. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude. So here I am. Thank you, Allah, for giving voice to the truth, and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. What can you tell me about the Warriors of Light? Very well, tell me what the situation is like in the city. What can you tell me about the Warriors of Light? I beg your pardon? You wish to ask me about the Warriors of Light? Forgive me, but I dare say you already know more about them than any living soul, save for Ardbert himself, of course. Unless you refer to the Warriors of Light more broadly. If so, I may yet be able to assist you in some small way. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant text. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you a pleasant day. And we're off. So yeah, let's... Here we go. See his face. Alright, we are to the cabinet. Yes. Alright. You have to forgive me. I'm going to need a new controller. You'll notice that every once in a while my camera will do something like that. It keeps, like, moving to the right. For some reason, it's getting stuck. It's annoying. Something I'll have to worry about later. But that's why the camera's going to get jittery at some points. Just me auto-correcting. Everybody here. Allah, excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials before I listen. As a great many works make reference to I'm going to try that line again, excuse me. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. There's his face. Look at his face. Oh, hey! Hi, guys. The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing you. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alphino volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? I guess it's story time. Of course, of course. The more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. So the squad's partially assembled already. This is a squad I'll probably be taking into the dungeon, I think. Ugh, God, I cannot read today. Did I message? No. Just old messages. Were one to pore over the annals of Vrandic history, one would note the comparatively frequent reoccurrence of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epitaph long before them. To name but a few, there was Tolthawil, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodfert and Solard, the fabled Drawn of Galgant duo of Vorbert, and no list of Rundic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tuna of Runka. In older texts, she was called a Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative assertions of the title. But it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear. The title used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. Ooh, look at there. Is that the OG Warrior of Light? It is. Wow. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of struggle between good and evil. Holy shit. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epitaph. Am I saying that right? Epithet? I think I'm just immediately associating with epitaph, and that's probably not correct. So, epithet? You know what? I have my phone here and the power of Google. I'm gonna take a look. Tell me, Google, am I saying this word correctly? Epithet. No, I was pronouncing it wrong. An adjective or a descriptive phrase expressing quality or characteristic of the person or thing mentioned. Epithet. Okay. So, remember, kids, it's epithet, not epitaph. Epitaph is this thing that goes on your tombstone. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessor. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, plot thickens. As you know, the title of Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. So what was Warrior of Light in, Amaritan time? I think is what we're getting at. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who was awakened to the echo and is able to hear Hydaelyn's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a Warrior of Light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero. And conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. Heidelin did call me a Warrior of Light. What's in a name? It doesn't change anything. And there I was thinking I was special. What would Allah say here? Ever the optimist. Trying to keep everyone's hopes high. Yeah. And there I was thinking I was special. But you are special. No matter how many Warriors of Light are out there, there's none who are like you. Well, Allah does have a twin. At any rate, assuming all of it's true, and there's common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the scions will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Heidelin, with good, must have been added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excuse myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Little girl's voice. Hello? Who is this tiny cat child? Rikki-Tikki-Tavi, are you alright? Oh, my precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Arkil. Ariel. Oh, he's that boy we met at the end of Shadowbringers. That's correct. The one who looks like a tiny Ardbert. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you? It's me, Santa Claus. The Warrior of Darkness. My name's Rikki-Tikki-Tavi, and I want to help everyone. Oh, look at this tiny cat baby. She's adorable. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero. To be a Warrior of Light. Oh, speaking of Allah's twin, you guys are going to have a chance to meet him. Come the near raid. Finally! I've been helping Jess get their character up to date for months now, and they've been caught up with everything for a good couple of months. So, this is going to be the first time we get to do a thing together with the near raid. So that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to edit that video. But we gotta get through this first. So, I want to be a Warrior of Light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. And apothecary. And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvryd. When I told the Arkil and Airwell this, they said the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look... Oh, it's Alphino talking now. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Is that the treatise? Treatises. Can't we speak normal English here? Even so, I fear there may prove a little difficult for one so young. But, esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikki-Tikki-Tavi to the Spagyrix? Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Chirurgeons. Or is it Chirurgeons? Chirurgeons at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. I'll go, but only for a little while. This is more something Allah's twin would say. But neither of these are really him either. Because that's just mean. Only for a little while. With children, he'd be nice. Ha! I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're going to be with rotten egg. Ah, but little does the child know that I can go straight there, I think. Where is it? Ah, little did I know I cannot. Haha! This music. Loading's taking a bit long. Too many people here. This way? Yes. Imagine it's... okay. Well, now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Field trip. Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warrior of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way keep us safe. The artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life. And the younglings like you, who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so, difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does that mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you to pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Chirurgeons may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. Close enough. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever, just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado, then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed an order at Sweet Sea for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Oh, her very first fetch quest. Ooh, an ingredient. Leave it to me, miss. There she goes. It goes so fast. My, such abundance of energy. I can't help but wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies. Would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at the Sweet Sea, speak with a woman named Christine, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course for Rikki-Tikki-Tavi, I would assist in her first steps. And what about you two? Are you coming too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Rikki. So we'll wait for you here, warrior of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. Yeah. In that case, Rena and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask their aspirations. Alright, where to? Looks like it's on the other side of the wall there. Fastest way to just run to it. Here we are. Christine. Ah! If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness himself, may I assume you were with Master Elf now? Right, lest you wonder, Chesameel's orders for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. I got this. That's how you do it, lots. Oh, you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Here you go, child. Wow. You've picked this many already? Amazing. Oh, got a message. I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them to Miss Chesameel? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Tell me, Rikki, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Why, well, A while ago, I felt sick, really sick. My body was burning up, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave, the apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of the grass and giving them to my friends. But I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world, helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Thaler? He was one of the guys who went, I think. I haven't seen him in a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Thaler, one of the guards awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Rikki-Tikki-Tavi. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary. I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesamil. It would seem I have been laboring under the misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. The Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we've dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Northrend has become a home to us, and her people our own. Alphina's speaking the fucking truth. I never want to leave the First. Let us return to Spagyrix. And it wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. What was this message I got? Oh. God, how far up was it? Oh, it was Zalda's twin. Let me send them a message real quick. Da-da. There we go. Alright, now get back out of general chat. In case of spoilers. Alright, where are we going? We are going to Spagyrix. camera. My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Rikki-Tikki-Tavi a little taste. Thing. Dreams. Who are we talking to now? Hello? Ah. Farewell. Warrior of Darkness. If you finished helping Rikki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest-to-God's fighting. Well, we'd have to do something dangerous. We already have some enemies that you can deal with vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Jessamine kindly finished us with some lures from the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Well, goddamn, I haven't played Darknut in a couple of months. Put me on the spot like this. See if I remember my rotation correctly. Assuming it hasn't changed. Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone follow me. Alize, wait just... Come on then, children. Field trip. Field trip. Just outside the gates, okay. Huh. Wondering where my gear's at. It's at 470. I don't know if I should worry about buying a couple accessories or not. I'm sure the dungeon will give us some stuff. I'm only using Dark Knight for the MSQ purposes anyway. When we head into the near raid, I will be jumping onto Samurai. That is my most geared class. Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we use Chesamiel's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. Bats are wont to nest under the eaves, so you are likely to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects them is the winner. Sure. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best, Nala. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Oh, Jesus. Without further ado, then, let's the contest begin. Fine. You're on. Oh, I need to change my mount real quick. Do this properly. Where are you? That's not you. There you are. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. So it's a single target one. And he's in a straight line. That should be it. There. Let me go to the proper hotbar. There. There. Now we can go about our quest. Alze's probably got 5 kills already. Alright, time to shake out the rest, I suppose. I know I did that mutation wrong. Alright. Good to see you again, Faye. Just continue down the line here, I guess. There it is. There we go. Let me see here. I'm gonna have to move my mic just a little bit. I think right there should be fine. It's in the way of my skills. Alright. Oh, where was I? There. Where's the thing? There's the thing. There we go. Alright, deliver Batfang's terrain. It's back over there. Huh. Man, it's gonna be like when we have to leave here to move on to the next expansion. Hell, even the next patch, maybe. It's like, alright, we're done with the first. It's gonna be like me leaving Toy Box in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like, I don't want to go. This is the best world ever. I don't want to leave. Well fought, Allah. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest, though I know the tally. May I see your fangs for good measure. Damn it, I have to move the mic again. Oh, jeez. No good place. Let's see if that works now. Apologies for the wait. My fangs, not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Seven fangs from Alizé. Which means that we have a draw. Allah also collected 7 fangs. Why does this feel even worse than losing? Just another measly fang and a victory would have been mine. Don't look so surprised. I have no intention of remaining lost in your wake forever, you know. So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like him. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Allah, and train hard. Keep at it for long enough, and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were listening with everyone when Artbird appeared, but I wanted to be strong since I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister, see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Artbird said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as the new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arco? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. Oh, it's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Arco feels. Star Shower didn't awaken me to Heidel's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amarat burning filled me with a sadness at the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, People I once loved. Promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured, and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. Well, look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around, lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Rena and I will take care of the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. But what? Oh god, it's what happened to Rianche and Thancred, isn't it? We're running out of time. It's nothing. Just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine. Not to worry. I'll see you soon. Distractions and then a sudden reminder. As you ponder Alize's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. I'd save a lot of time just by teleporting. And so the build begins, I feel. My first little reminder that we have a time limit. We're about an hour in. Oh god, how long is this gonna be? Where was that place? The Rookery. Did I never get that point? Damn it. I think I got it on one of my alts. Well, I only have one alt in the Shadowbringers, don't I? Hardbert, you up here? Which one's joining me here? Oh. You. I guess my hopes were a little too high.
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
What? Where are we going? Oh. They have red masks. On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us. At times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by his name shall your every action be guided. Seeing into his past now.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
Give it back! Unless you embroil the people within your plans. What are you plotting? This is important to me. Give back Ardbert's body.
What fool would relinquish his weapon on the eve of battle? That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness.
I haven't norded anyone.
I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death. And only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you.
You did
as
too,
if he
didn't you?
mistook you for another.
What do you see? Hythlodaeus called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Oh god, his arm's already crystallized.
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
God, you've got no rest. Oh! What did you do?
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
It didn't affect him? Motherfucker. You okay?
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed.
Unharmed? Look at your arms! God. Your left hand's crystallizing and your right hand is getting black.
This. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest.
What is this reprise of Eternal Wind? Is Graha getting his own theme? Is that what this is? I just want to listen to it for a couple of seconds. Oh. I'm gonna fucking cry. Oh my god.
No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism, so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness.
Oh boy.
Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
Oh boy. That's the line from the trailer.
You're both here.
Oh god, what
Thank
happened?
goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Oh no. Jesus. Tick tock, tick tock. Check this message. Alright. The fates seem determined not to allow us a quiet moment. I know, right? We'll never be able to go out on a date at this rate. Come, let us have the details from Ree. God, I'll just take the change, thanks. Fraying strand threads. Ah. It happened after Alize and I saw the children back to the Spaturics. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Caesarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. Chirurgeons are looking after him now, with Alphino standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you, and the guard at Exarch told me you were where to look. I see. I cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to the Spagurics. Give it one honest attempt. Damn it. Oh well. And what manner of recklessness does Exarch want us to do? I keep hearing motorcycle. I think that's my stepdad. I don't know what he's doing now. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Tancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all of this happened without warning. Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Arianje nearly drowned and I gallantly went into his rescue. When his water-walking charm failed, he was tired, and you were when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which, in retrospect, may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. Oh yeah, Alize just had the same thing. Oh god. As Alphino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Allah, I might trouble you to make a trip to the source. In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus' plan. Thus far, I have learned this much, that in each of the places he has visited, there has been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know this sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus' call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And do you think these black-clad strangers are Ascians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. God knows I've been itching to get out of here for a while. Mayhap Arianje can be prevailed upon the join in your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Beg, Look, and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are to your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you shall stay in bed until you are needed. Alphino and I will find Arianje. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Allah. Speak to Tataru at the Rising Stones. I was right. That little reminder that we were on a time limit kicked things off. God, he's already starting to crystallize more. Jesus Christ! Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh! Holy shit! Good fucking gods. God, all this shit probably wasn't even modeled before now. Oh my god. This is amazing. I completely forgot they added this. Holy shit. Amazing. Hey, Yoshi P. Bye, Yoshi P. Allah! What excellent, I mean, awful timing. Okay. You see our friends. They've taken a turn for the worse. Cross hardly had a moment of rest since the past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist, and I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon, and they want to make sure there's no problems at this end. You better talk to Cryle. She's with the others in Dawn's Respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright? What am I going to see in here? Are we actually going in the room? Holy shit! They added a room! Or is this just a cutscene?
Excuse us.
Is the lights on? Why aren't the lights on? Why aren't... What is going on?
This way.
Why does it feel like I'm about to unleash an unspeakable evil? It's so weird seeing them lifeless like this when we just came from the first.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax. Barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken.
For Thancred, I can understand.
But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Oh, the room's gone. Damn it. Oh well. What news from the first? I see. Work on Spirit's vessel proceeds apace when our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. So if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon elegant wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Are we going to see Rainbows? Food for the soul. Ala, could you spare a moment while Krall goes and finds this expert of hers, I mean? There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends in the first. You see, and since we might be waiting for a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Well, I had better be off, too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. I'm taking food now. my delivery boy. Oh man, I've got to get this back to the first or else they get the meal for free. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to order pizza tonight. I don't have any tip money though. I'll have to see if anybody has any tip money. If not, I'll have to go pick it up myself. And I really don't feel like leaving the house today. What am I doing? I can just fly there now. What a time to be alive! Up. Ah, look at her little shuff habit. There you are, Alla. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Kryl, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. Now, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job that I keep our coffers full. I've even helped with the Ishgardian restoration. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven, even as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. There. Baked to perfection. Even if I do say so myself. Bread. Some good-looking bread, though. Bread. It's bread. It smells great. Your cake looks like bread. Smells great. Is this a quarantine joke? About how everyone's just fucking at home making bread? Doesn't it just... It's called Archon loaf. In case you're wondering. And it's what they eat over in Charlayan. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends at home. If nothing else, Kryl tells me it's a good source of heat there. So I should lend them a bit of strength at least. There truly is nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Kryl. And if it isn't, Rambros too. How you doing, boy? I trust you require no introductions either, Isla. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. Likewise. I confess, I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Allagan technologies. I have been keeping Rambros apprised of the events in the first. Suffice it to say, he knows about the X-Bar. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow scions. Sons of Noah, right? Loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of Allagan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets, and if any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here empty-handed, as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself? Or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That is for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Allah. If you would be so good as to see Rembros' message to Tari's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Cryo, before I wrap up the bread, would you mind giving it a try? Just to make sure everything's as it should be. Of course. I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Excuse me, Rembros. As a fellow Charlayan, may I trouble you for your opinion? Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of Rollenberry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed taro, dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be. Just so, the very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlayan, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment, save for those few who actually research the culinary arts. We pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born, a creation of an Archon who devoted himself to study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied, and being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it's all too familiar. Ah, how it takes me back. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. Well, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Allah, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can, and that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Good to see you again, Rembros. I guess I'm off with bread in hand. Alright. Deliver the Archon loaf to the Crystal Exarch in the Oculary. And we're off. Open up this other drink. We're at an hour 30. I'll let it go another 30 minutes before I end this part. We're definitely going to be going for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 4 or 5 hours. But I don't want these parts getting too long. The file sizes are massive. This part of FF14 is not brought to you by Rice Krispies Tasty Treats. Nom. Alright. That's okay. Alright. Up we go. Understand? Exarch. I've got this dank bread. Reminds you of home. Eat it. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? I got bread. By the 12. Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I swear it comes straight from Charlene. Our Ambrose said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition, and with all my heart. Reminds me of what Sora said before he did something reckless. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Censure, censure, censure. Google! Shut up. Google. What's censure? Severe disapproval. Especially in a formal statement. So we're not going to like what this says. Forge on as you yourself did when faced in a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how conductive they are to conversation. Watch like the bread be the thing that saves him. It's like Popeye spinach. Gives him a power-up. Finish this Rice Krispie treat. How? All I was missing is you stole it.
Forgive the delay. We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of scions throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the scions quickly and quietly.
Stealth.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
You look much more lively here, Elf, now. Oh, well, enough. Though time is not on his side, I'm sorry, but things have taken a turn for the worse.
Oh dear. Then we must redouble our efforts. Not that we've ever stinted in that regard.
This would seem an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Tell me you've made some progress.
We have, as it happens. One moment.
Huh?
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
Did you?
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain.
Did you?
As you will recall, using white aura sight as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both.
Crystallize your own blood?
Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allagan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects, notably, do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties.
Jesus Christ.
It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall.
That's not a
and
good
it is
excuse.
but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
God damn it.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Is his soul not
Yes.
already on the source?
In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not.
Yeah, exactly.
Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
Jesus Christ.
I would.
So he's going to test this by sending himself back first. And who knows what the fuck will happen after that? Are we gonna...
I see.
So, instead of waking up G'raha in the source, he plans to send himself back as a means of a test. And who knows what that'll do, having basically two different souls in the same body. Unless he, like, Norts himself, where he takes over, but younger G'raha's still inside. Oh, God. The Kingdom Heartsening has begun. Let's just proceed onward. Oh God, now I have to read for Rion J. Hast thou a moment, Allah? I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return to the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friend spake not in certainties, yet if Beg-Look hath the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. And it is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As though thyself didn't demonstrate in merging with Hardbreath. However, there existence an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. 'Tis a seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Man, this is getting really Kingdom Heartsy, holy shit. Man, because even I see them separately. And I know I'm not the only one who sees them separately. Because it's a very Kingdom Hearts thing to say, oh, this one's slightly different from the other, therefore they are two completely different beings. Alright, that's just the fandom I've been in for 10 years, and that's the way of thinking. There's a difference between Sora and Vanitas and Roxas and Xion and so forth and so on, right? They're all their own person. But now, it seems reliant on the Exarch to realize that his past self is nothing more than just himself. And if there's any discrepancy between that, it can be disastrous. I have to completely reverse my way of thinking if he's to be saved. Oh no. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make. But I thought only right that thou be made aware of these truths. Oh man. Oh god. So fucking nervous. Faded memories. Right then, while the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into the allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so. And there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Stola should not be left alone at a niter. Might I trouble you to visit her, Allah? See that all is well. I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. My thanks. You may leave the Ascians to us. Once they are out of the way, we will retire to Gilmore, and when Stola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you are bound for a niter, I suggest you go via Venment Yards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Let us be on our way, then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Wait, I have a gift for you from Tataru. You're a long way from home, Google. And this is from Tataru, is it? Whatever could it be? Archon loaf, thou sayest. Why, even to hear the name doth transport me times long past. Bread from another world? May I try some? Mayst thou, child, thou must. That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though I rarely darken our dinner table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare at the studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alphanor, you really are an unbearable stop sometimes. Do you know that? I was about to say, Alize probably has no fond memories of this whatsoever. What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tataru we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Right, let's be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. Oh, good lords. Good lord and ladies. Another reason why I don't really let these videos go too far past 2 hours is, this chair isn't exactly all that comfortable. And I need a break from it every once in a while. So we've got about another 10 minutes and see how far that takes us. Then I'll take a small break. On the other side of this. Where? Hello again. Oh, if it ain't the Warrior of Darkness himself, what brings you to these parts? Heading out to sea, eh? But of course we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll ready a boat. I took a day off for this, by the way. Straight up. I heard my friend was taking a day off, and I'm like, shit, I'm taking a day off too. So I have this whole week. Because I only work one day during the week. Then I work the weekend. Oh. Motherfucker.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone. None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers.
God damn it.
I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Well, I'm gonna fucking learn it anyway. Reviewing the records yet again. Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day. So Elidibus has always been a workaholic. Oh?
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty.
Is this all that keeps you from going hollow? Is that the fucking Warrior of Light?
Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope.
What the fuck?
It swells within me. Empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission.
What?
And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so?
What?
I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back,
God damn it.
you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure.
I mean, on Dark Knight, that's not exactly going to be much.
I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
Is this what unlocks the dungeon? Level sync. Item level 490. Oh no. 20 item levels under geared. What is this gonna be? It's not a dungeon. You are familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarat. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. I tire of your games. You speak as if you were disappointed in me. Why? I am your enemy and you mine. Our goals are in conflict. We are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light, that I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people, who would tear down everything we have built. You do not deny it then. Very well. Let us change the cast of this trial. you will know what you have stolen from us. Oh. Goosebumps. But do not imagine I crave remorse. Only justice. Chills. Every single time this music plays. Music that precedes legendary events. Forward, hero, we shall see how strong you have become. Let us begin. Rest assured there are no tricks. You need but defeat the enemies before you. First, something easy to those whom budding hero might encounter at this. And I believe they're perfect subjects. That's how we're doing this, huh? Hey, Papa Limo, it's been a while since I've seen you. This fucking mind game shit. All too easy, I see. But at least you now understand the rules. Thus will we make our way to the capital. That was in poor taste, even for you. That appearances should unsettle you so. I was under the impression you simply destroy all who barred your way. Sparing nary a thought of the possibility that your foe could be someone's beloved. But come, we wouldn't dwell on the beginning when so much story awaits. Moonbreeder. Every tale requires villains. Defeat them and claim your place as hero. Champion of Rivers are onward. Tasted many sweet triumphs, yes, but so do taste bitter tragedy. Who could forget the crystal praise, the idealistic, pathetic dream born from a creature? Now this I'll have no problem with. yet again to use I'm stronger in every battle. It seems it will take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you, or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I have dealt with countless heroes, and always it ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences, will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reasons may be, it cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs and fight for them with all my being. I mean, we sort of came to an understanding, yeah, with M itself, but that understanding was that his time had passed. The time of his people had passed. And would that we could find a way to bring for both to be realized, but in order for that to be, he'd have to strive to do it a different way than destroying our people. I'm not so arrogant. Allah, while an optimist, I don't think he's so arrogant that he'd say this. Not after everything he's seen. It seems there's nothing for it but for us to fight. For a certainty, I am Elidibus, and come what may, I will fulfill my mission. To that end, I do take your measure, and eventually I will eliminate you. Your hopes and dreams are inconsequential. Enough talk. Assertions of strength. Are we going by expansion? Stubbornly live, you hurled yourself into the thick of the dragon war. Am I going to get a copyright strike for this music? Maybe it'll help if I just speak over it enough. Swept along by the tides of events pursued. I don't have enough time to read all these. Again, no problem here. I won't get copyrighted. Flocking people harbor unknown motives. Oh boy. Alright. Whoa. The end of their hand friendship was tainted by personal desire. What do we have over here? Holy shit. Sail. Is this gonna be Nidhogg? You know what comes next. We put an end to the Dragon Song War. Come, old friend. Holy shit! Oh, they remembered the good part of Nidhogg. I will become this someday! Mark my word. Nidhogg! Come back here! Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, damn it. Oh, and the song starts over. One day. Maybe next expansion, who knows? As simple as that 1,000-year war brought to its conclusion. But every end marks a new beginning, and fear is such on only every conflict. I'm gonna mumble a lot of these just to read them a little faster. Up we go. Are we on to Stormblood now? How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there will have been a few individuals for whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passings caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us. An irreplaceable existence that can ill be lost. I will save them, for they are my... Never mind. We are not here to talk. Let us return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus and Kindles. On to Stormblood. Trail of ash is set forth where we go, Tomo, into a storm of blood. Oh hey, Fordola, it's nice to see you again. Again you fought, and again you were strong. Yours is a natural beastly strength. Hello again. Drawn to the strong, gather new allies to your banner. I see you. And souls gather, fireflies wake, you Gary, you were so much cooler when you had that mask on. Oh my god. Huh.
I cannot fail. Not again.
You did not hesitate, or perhaps you could not. Shall test the fallen beast from the this shit again. I think bread first, right? Fight you proper now? Is that all? My creation appears to have lost its form. It was no easy thing to see the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there is only so much to be learned by taking measures this way. Let us try something different. Come, we continue this within. An impressive show of strength, but surely no more than a forced state of that which Emetzov's conqueror is capable of. Such might requires a fair measure, to compare like with like, yes. I shall just have to test you myself. Come on, Allah. Show me what you can do. Fallen warrior Ardbert. See what this is like. Alright, boy. We've done this a few times before. Reach from here. Sorry I'm not reading the text above there. It's kind of busy. Lands of Old. Groundbreaker. Exaflares! Yeah, the cast mark is down. Soften Rage. Oh, it canceled it. We have my answer. Duty complete. There we are. Oh wow, that was 18 minutes. Get through these series of cutscenes, then we'll end the part.
You have grown stronger since last we fought. The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished?
Ooh. Oh.
My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see. Now, Elidibus, if you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are. A primal.
What?
The ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida, and it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiac's heart. How you came to be separated from him is less clear.
Yeah.
But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods. I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them. This served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Selk with his penchant for nation building.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
A primal is shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Still it with the fucking callouts.
Your question is irrelevant. No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty. At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed. But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might. As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
Time to get back to the Castellium. Speak with Stola. Yeah, as soon as she loads. There you are, girl. It has been an eventful morning, if indeed it is morning. I have no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I'm gratified to see that my efforts at a niter have borne fruit. We have confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface? I see. Then let us make for Eulmore at once. We have much to share with our comrades. Elidibus is parting, Brett, not the least of them. But forgive me. Would see my belongings did not accompany here. I will need to retrieve them from a niter. With luck, the ethereal stream you traverse still lingers. I won't be long. Oh. Oh! What is that? It looked like a jobstone, but it's too big. Peculiar crystal. Maybe it is small enough. Why isn't the capitals for? peculiar crystal lies on the floor. Upon its surface, an array of twinkling lights twinkle like a tiny constellation of stars. Is this Elidibus' fucking jobstone? Bring honor to the seat of... Brings on your mind. Reserved in the crystal, it would seem. Oh my fucking god. Are the titles of Elidibus and Emmett Silk and all the law... Are those all jobs that can be equipped via Soulstone? Did we just become the new Elidibus? You notice something else glinting up ahead. Oh, it was still on the floor for a second. I was like, pick that shit up! Constellation crystals. More of them. And they've all got different constellations on them. You find 3 more crystals lying on the floor. Though they differ in color and decoration, each is identical in shape. You focus on the crystals, and you find that words they hold ring clearer than before. Behold, my friends. Embraced by the earth and caressed by the wind, vibrant life flourishes. All is right in creation. There can be no greater joy than the use of our wisdom for the good of our people, no greater pride. May all know happiness, now and forevermore. Looking around for more crystals. There do not appear to be any more crystals in the hall. Perhaps it would be wise to continue to search outside. Oh, over there. Are these what he used to, like, transform things? I know I should really end this part soon, but I want to finish this. Your instincts served you true, and you discover another 2 crystals. As you reach out with your consciousness, new voices begin to echo in your mind. The heavens are ablaze and the land rent asunder. What will become of the world? Is life itself to be denied? Come what may, we must not surrender to despair. If we but hold fast to hope, we may yet find a path to salvation. I was like, I'm gonna sell this shit on Etsy. Make a fortune. The voices tell an incomplete tale. Might more remain to be found. You soon discover 2 more crystals. Rather, too soon, in fact. As if someone wanted you to find them. Everything burns, crumbles, decays. I hear the lamentations of my brethren, and soon there will be only silence. We will deliver our star from its doom, this we swear. So please, dry your tears. Whatever awaits at the end of your search, it is plain you have yet to find it. Oh, look at little Tifa. Sure enough, the persistence is swiftly rewarded, this time with 3 crystals. The time has come. We shall rewrite the laws of creation, and we shall save our star. From this life our Savior born, may I be worthy of the honor. I feel my soul turning, slowly but irrevocably, and the power I wield begins to seem terrible. But this is right. It is right. Tale of the crystals weave seem to near its end, but it isn't over yet. With almost melancholy inevitability, the 12th crystal soon reveals itself with your questioning eye. There's going to be 13, isn't there? 13 or 14. Though salvation is ours, it came at great sacrifice. All that remains is to pray. To pray that we will one day meet again beneath a blue sky. Judging by its testimony, it would seem the voice was recorded in the wake of the final days. As you scan the area, another glint catches your eye. Gone is the brilliant radiance of life, replaced by the sickly glow of malformed creatures. It is this be how it ends, for we who loved the star with all our being. No, I will not suffer it to be so. Well, we meet again, new old friend. Hythlodaeus? How good of you to remember. I see you have been collecting stars. I speak of those crystals. They have constellations etched upon them, yes? High in the heavens, those stars shine their guiding light down upon their lives below, fitting symbols for the convocation of 14. Would you not agree? So I was right. One of these is Elidibus's. And are these just... When you become a member of the convocation, do you get a job stone? As you will have gathered, each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the convocation, as remembered by the unsundered. Lest you worry, they aren't concepts. They are far too incomplete to be so. But they suffice for imbuing memories with unsundered souls, that they might be restored to their office. Keep them. I am sure MSQ wouldn't mind. So, how fare you of late? You are feuding with Elidibus this time, I believe. $2:37. I am keeping an eye on the time. I shall refrain from passing comment on your struggle. It is not my place to do so, long departed as I am. But if I may give voice to your personal desire, I would rather you lived. If you do not, how will you keep your promise to yourself? The promise to remember. How do you know that? How do you know my promise to Emmett Silk? It must weigh heavy, the burden of all those memories. To one who has lived a life such as yours, I can well imagine how Elidibus' existence might seem hollow, how empty his single-minded pursuit of a half-forgotten cause must appear. But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. Well, it is quite enough talk about Elidibus. I would see if you can reunite the wayward stars. Huh? The 14th? I mentioned before that there was a member of the convocation who opposed Zodiark's summoning and defected, one whose office was left vacant. Defectors having been deemed unworthy of commemoration, no crystal exists for an individual in question. Or shouldn't exist, at any rate, and wouldn't, had a friend not created one in secret. A crystal bearing the forgotten name of his office, along with the magic of his own conceiving, a singular incantation embodying his spirit. Among all the offices, the 14th was most unusual, for while the rest sat in Amarat, its holder was charged with gaining an innate knowledge of the wider world. In the course of his duty, he traveled the length and breadth of every land and befriended countless folk. He encountered troubles too, of course, matters which he could simply have referred to the convocation, but that was not his way. Nay, more often than not, he would call upon his comrades, and together resolve matters themselves. Such is the magic sealed within that crystal, the magic to summon the stars to your side. In time of greatest need, should you wish upon it with all your heart, it will surely answer your call. Oh. I've got goosebumps again. And now it is where it belongs. So that's a hard confirmation that we were the 14th. Oh, there is no need for thanks, but nor will I hear any complaints about it either. After all, I cannot say whether I act my own volition or by the will of my Creator.
I was wondering where you'd disappeared to.
Girl, we gotta talk.
Is something troubling you?
Yeah. I just had a whole lot of lore dumped on my hand. Quite literally. Look at this lore. Into my pocket. No. Don't worry about it.
Very well. I have everything. Let's hurry back to the surface.
Good fucking gods. What are the mechanics of this new stone we have acquired that let us summon our friends to our side whenever we so wish? Holy shit. Ah, fresh air at long last. I would celebrate my return to dry land with a pot of tea, had we the luxury of time. But we must be prepared for Elidibus. Given what we know, it is plain he will not be deterred from his course. And nor would I, were I him. Not if it meant forsaking everything I loved. That said, I have not forgotten how MSQ sought to find common ground with us, for all our misgivings. Ultimately, our differences were not to be bridged, of course, but one must always try. MSQ understood this, and if his gesture resonated with you, perhaps you might consider reaching out to his brethren. Though it may all be for naught, you of all people know there is no such thing as a foregone conclusion. Alright. I'll give him a shot. Before I accept that quest, I'm gonna call it right there. That was a nice 2 hours and 44 minutes, wasn't it? Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, the plot thickens. Jesus Christ. There's so much that just happened there that I need to digest, so gonna end this recording, take a break. I will see you all in the next part. Take care. Bye-bye.